The border between North and South Korea is somewhat ironically referred to as the demilitarized zone, when really it's probably the most militarized place on Earth. If you were to head that way, you'd be coming across tanks and mines and battalions of soldiers on either side prepared for war. But this conference in South Korea is not looking at states' weapons, at nuclear weapons that are held by states. It's the potential of these so-called terrorist groups to get hold of nuclear weapons. North Korea says it's furious that its name would then be mentioned at this conference. But others are saying, how does a group like Al-Qaeda or some other non-state combatant get hold of nuclear weapons material? They can't make it themselves, so they've somehow got to get it from a country. They say potentially North Korea or Pakistan or potentially anywhere that doesn't have its nuclear material well and truly locked down. Now, the areas of concern then go beyond North Korea and, as I mentioned, Pakistan. For example, South Africa. It used to have a nuclear weapons program, still has nuclear weapons material, and some say it's actually not locked down well enough. Even Japan has highly enriched uranium, which it was going to use for a program of peaceful electricity generation. That program's now been ditched, but the highly enriched uranium remains there. Again, it's been criticised for not necessarily locking this down safely enough and preventing non-state combatants from getting hold of this material, or from criminal groups that might want to sell it. The problem at this conference, though, is that all countries have to agree. You've got like 56 countries here, and they have to unanimously decide on anything. So it's going to be quite something for the United States and for President Obama, who's leading the way on this issue, to bring all these countries together to come up with some sort of decision. But they're not going to want to leave this conference without having come up with something solid, something that they can say, we've moved this issue forward so that dangerous groups cannot get hold of nuclear weapons.